Alex Anzalone officially a hold-in. Well, at least that's what we gathered from his interview today with the media after practice. Alex Anzalone is upset. He said as much. He's disappointed, which was a key word in today's interview. But this interview was bad. It was terrible. It's probably one of their worst interviews I've ever seen with a Detroit Lions player in recent memory. Now, if you know me by now, I key in on the psychology of conversations. I've been in a lot of high-profile negotiations using negotiation tactics. As a former CEO and executive of the companies that I've worked for, understanding body language is key, and it's what we would teach people. We teach our sales staff, our sales engineers, the people out in the marketplace, how to read the body language, what it's telling you, and what you can do about it, right, in a negotiation. So we'll key in on this. I'm going to bring in the video, and I'm going to give you my thoughts along the way. We're going to identify exactly what's going on here with Alex Anzalone, because what he had said today and what was mentioned, yesterday by Dan Campbell and last week, it's not jiving. So let's get right into it. Let's not even dance around the subject here. Let's just dive in. All right, Alex Anzalone, this is today, July 22nd, interview after practice.
How about not being out here at practice? Is that health related? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. What happened exactly?
Hamstring.
Was that during the conditioning test?
Mm-hmm.
All right, absolute BS. Look at that face. He's trying not to laugh, right? Let's go back and listen to it. Look, Anzo, I love you, dude. And I know you're in a very particular situation right now. I get it. I understand it. But let's go back and rewind and listen to that again.
Exactly.
Hamstring.
You saw him smile, right? And then he says hamstring when he was asked what exactly is going on. It's almost like he had to think about it and say it without laughing. That is, that's typical of someone lying, right? They're not, or at least they know they're not saying the truth. Let's just put it that way. They may have been told what to say, right? This happens all the time in high profile situations, but let's keep going.
Was that during the conditioning test?
Mm-hmm.
You feel good?
Okay, so the question was asked again, did that happen during the conditioning test? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a no. He's healthy, man. There's nothing wrong with Anzo. He's ready to rock and roll. This is just it's just them blowing smoke, man. It's just what he has to do. It's him putting on a facade for the franchise.
Otherwise?
Yeah.
Is there a time
For the most part, no clue.
Okay.
No clue.
Alex, I've seen you post on social media a lot of retweets about people that have been praising you. What's the reason behind that?
What do you think?
This might be the dumbest question I've ever heard in my entire life. Let's go back and listen.
Alex, I've seen you post on social media a lot of retweets about people that have been praising you. What's the reason behind that?
I've seen you posting on social media a lot, or reposting fans or people that are praising you. What is that all about? I mean, who asks this question?
What do you think? I mean,
What
Yeah.
I want to hear. What is the reason?
what do you think?
You feel like that the team is appreciating you, and you want to highlight what your stats are?
No.
No.
Again, just I don't get it, man. Why are these people allowed to even be in there interviewing these players? What kind of question is this? This is not a joke. Like take this shit serious. Let's ask Alex some real questions. You're asking him why he's reposting things on social media, and then you come back with, oh, you want to just, glorify that the team is praising you and you want to highlight your stats. I mean, come on. God dang it, man. It's just making us look stupid. It makes the team look stupid.
Well, beyond what is exactly going on with the contract, can you speak?
No, you got to stand and bread.
About that or
Yeah.
Okay. Can I ask you why did you report to camp? Other players, Michael.
Okay, so the next question is, can he speak to the contract situation? He can't, obviously. Why did you report to camp?
I mean, yeah,
Not-
yeah. I mean, it's all relative, right? As far as financial situations, but you know, I'm in a situation where I thought about it, and you know, it's for my own personal goals and what I want for the team. I just didn't think it was the best scenario.
Hey, Alex.
I'm not going to say that this is a bad answer, and I think what Alex is trying to say is he loves this team. He knows what this team can be, and he's probably in the back of his mind, the scenarios that he's going through are, I think something to get worked out. I think the Lions will get this taken care of. I'll be back, practicing in no time, and I don't want to damage any relationship with my teammates, right? I think that that's what a lot of players going through this type of situation are thinking and considering. And have to think about, right? What's the future going to hold when I do get back to the team? I mean, let's be real. He's been a captain now for multiple years. He's a leader on this team. And so the younger guys look up to him, and the co-captains and the other leaders of this team, they're the ones that are going to have either the biggest issue with it or no issue and support him 100%. So I get this. I get exactly why he's there and what he's trying to accomplish.
Given the way you've played over the past 2 years, from your perspective, do you feel like you're underpaid relative to
Yeah.
other linebackers in the NFL?
Yeah.
When did you reach that conclusion? Was that last season, midway through last season? I guess what led to you reaching that conclusion?
I mean, it's just kind of obvious, I think. Just production, play, the market. Yeah.
What do you hope the resolution will be here?
I mean, I want.
So quite simply, he was just asked when did he come up with this determination of being underpaid? Does he feel like he's underpaid? And he says, well, yeah, I of course I feel underpaid, right? That's the body language that I'm getting from it. Of course I feel underpaid. And then the question is, well, when did you come up with this idea? Was it this season? Was it last season? We'll see what he says.
I want to retire a line. I want that opportunity. That's how I feel.
Do you see yourself returning to the practice field without a new contract?
I mean, I'm just taking this day to day right now. I mean, we'll see.
So this is kind of tough, right? He wants to retire a Lion. He wants to be with his team. He wants to get one more contract. Maybe he just wants another 2 or 3 year deal and he wants to be done. The other part of this is asked quite pointedly, do you feel that you're going to report back to practice with the rest of the team? And he's like, well, I hope so. You kind of get that idea that Anzo is probably under the assumption that he's going to be traded. And I'm leaning more towards that's probably what's going to happen. And it's a lot because, it's giving me that idea a lot because of the overall energy that he's given off is not confident, right? He doesn't look confident at all. It's like he doesn't know what's going to happen. He doesn't know what's in front of him, but he's there, right? He's there. He's reported. He wants to be there, in good faith, but he's not practicing because he doesn't want to injure himself. And I wouldn't want to injure myself either, especially if you are potentially going to get traded to another team. Let's keep listening.
I have no clue.
Has the team been receptive, Alex, to...
And when he says he has no clue on if he's going to report back to practice or not and get in with the guys. And I think that's key, right? That's a key statement that tells us that there's probably other discussions happening behind the scenes. For someone to say that you have no clue, the answer usually would be, well, yeah, I expect to at some point soon when I'm healed, right? Isn't this over a hamstring? You see how psychology and body language kind of work through all this? If this is all about a hamstring, every single answer he should have given should have been, yeah, when I'm feeling better, I plan to be out there with the guys, right? Instead of, I have no clue. You have to ask Dan and Brad. I have no clue. You have to ask Dan and Brad. I don't know about that situation. You got to ask Dan and Brad. No, every answer, if you are truly injured, is when I feel great, I'm going to be out there with the guys, right? Because that's why he reported to camp. Because he still hasn't said he's a hold-in, but he's a hold-in.
have verbalized to them about this situation?
You gotta ask Dan and Brad.
Do you feel like there's any kind of animosity
You gotta ask Dan and Brad.
to what you have verbalized to them about this situation?
You gotta ask Dan and Brad.
I'm going to rewind that one more time.
No clue.
Has the team been receptive?
Has the
Alex,
team been
to
receptive
what
to you?
You have verbalized to them about this situation?
You gotta ask Dan and Brad.
And so has he verbalized, does he feel that the team has been receptive to what he's verbalized to the team? And the answer is, of course, you've got to ask Dan and Brad. I don't think Dan and Brad are going to tell us anything.
Do you feel like there's any kind of animosity?
Uh,
How do you avoid that? I mean, obviously you are.
I'm disappointed. I'll just say that. I'm disappointed.
Alex, what do you think?
Okay, so the fact that he's disappointed means the conversations did not go well. If he's disappointed at all, that means he's not going to get what he asked for. And if he's not going to get what he asked for, that probably means he's not going to be aligned this year. Anything can change in the NFL. We know that from day to day.
You've proven over your time here about your commitment to this team. Like you came back last year,
Yeah.
broke your forearm, maybe you called it a legacy game.
Yeah.
Like obviously you put the team before yourself. Do you feel like, I guess, what do you feel like you've proven about your commitment to this team?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have. Yeah, I think, like you said, I feel like I've done that a lot through my 4 years here, and I'm just in a situation where, it's you want to be rewarded for that, and or at least in some regard. Yeah.
How much of you is surprised that this didn't happen in the spring and had to
Yeah.
happen in the summer? Is there a part of you that's
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a weird situation, and it wasn't on my end or my agent's end. None of it.
All right, let's pause it there for a moment. So he's saying that, this is a weird situation to be in summer as opposed to spring. Why didn't, the contract talks and why wasn't all this taken care of back in the spring? And he says clearly it wasn't his fault, wasn't his agent's fault. So this is on the franchise. This is on Brad, or it's on Dan, or it's on Disner, whoever's in charge of making this happen, right? Obviously it's Brad. Obviously it's Dan. And I mean, you could tell that his feelings are hurt, man. This is not going well. This is everything that we expected it was hoping it. I mean, this is everything that we expected it was going to be, that we hoped it wouldn't become. Like, it wouldn't turn into this. And by the way, whoever did this video, they spelled Anzalone wrong. Anzolone. All right, here we go.
Talk about wanting to retire a Lion. Can you just explain why this place means so much to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like you mentioned. I put so much into, my time here and being a 4-time captain and my teammates and the city and, just living here and, you can list all the reasons and, just important to me. I feel like I love this place and, I want that opportunity.
When did you express those desires to the front office about one of your long-term?
A while ago.
Alex, this is like a month and a half off, but is this something that could possibly delay you playing this season?
No.
What, do you expect to practice at all this preseason playing? I mean, is that
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
Expectations for the year, the team?
Yeah, I mean, we have a chance to win a Super Bowl. I want to be a part of it.
Man, this is tough watching because Alex is clearly upset. You can tell that, I mean, his voice is cracking because he loves the city, he loves his team, he loves the players. He's disappointed that he's not getting a contract. And man, he was asked again if he plans on practicing, and then he says, yeah, he hopes so. It's the answers like that get to me, man. It's either you do or you don't. You either are or you are not going to participate. And if he's truly holding out and he's got a hammy, I guess I would expect every answer is when my rehab is good, when I'm cleared by the doctors, I'll be back on the field, or I won't. I'm waiting for a new deal, And until that deal happens, I won't be playing. He's kind of having to dance through it, and I'm sure a lot, like I said earlier, I think a lot of it is because of what the Lions probably direct their players to say.
And watching Derek get paid this offseason, I know obviously you have your own personal ambitions,
Yeah.
but that must have been rewarding in a sense to see one of your best friends get
No
what
doubt.
he's due.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, he was in a, it seemed like a crappy situation just coming off a knee injury, and, they took care of him. And, just seeing one of your best friends in that situation take care of his, his wife and his baby boy, it's cool to see.
Gave you a baseline too.
What was that?
Gave you a baseline or something.
You gotta ask Dan and Brad.
I didn't quite understand the last part of that question, but again, you can clearly see how upset that Alex Anzalone is, man. He is choked up, and man, it's tough. Like, I'm just sitting here, I'm having these real emotions come over me because just watching Alex Anzalone run out of the tunnel and all of the things that he has done for this team and how he's helped this team achieve so much. What is the real hang up here? What is the real issue, with the Lions and, organization trying to get something handled for this guy? I don't understand the questions. Like, this dude wants a contract. He wants to be out there playing. And you're going to ask him about Derek Barnes, who just got a really good deal, right? And I would say that Alex deserves that. Why are we asking those kinds of questions? That's almost like mud in the face. While he's standing here having to answer these questions, and then you ask him about a guy that just got a deal that's on the team. I don't get it.
All right. Just, the linebacker unit and the defense, I guess, in general, starting to get some help back.
It's camera work.
What are your expectations for the defense? How good do you think this unit?
Yeah, it could be. I feel like this has been an accumulation of multiple years, and I feel like we could be, top 5 in the league, and we just have to put it together. And I think the biggest thing this year is just getting turnovers and, changing the game as opposed to, just playing good run defense or, we're good on third down. It's just overall, fly around, make plays, and have fun.
Hey, we see
AG as a coordinator, your position coach.
Yeah.
The new coordinator.
Yeah.
What do you make of him in that role?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty similar feeling to AG, just coming from New Orleans to here and him being the coordinator and being with Shep for 3 years and just how close I am to him. And, for him to be rewarded like that is awesome. It's well-earned, well-deserved. And just to see him lead in that role, honestly, it's not like sometimes when you get a new coach or a first-year coach, you can tell a little bit, but with him, you can't tell at all. It's like he's built for it. So, I'm excited for him and happy for him.
And we see Hutch back out here. He seems like he's causing some havoc.
Yeah.
He look and sound like same old Hutch.
Yeah. And obviously, it's good to be growing pains, and he never, it's just good to see him back out here, and I'm sure he's just happy for that. And I'm excited to see what he does come September 7th.
One last contractual question. How
Yeah.
would you characterize the dialogue that's been going on with two sides?
You gotta ask Dan and Brad. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that.
Any message you'd like to send to fans? Fans will.
No, I appreciate them. Yeah, love them. Yep.
Welcome.
Well, the rest of that video was really nothing. Man, that sucks, doesn't it? I mean, you get this feeling this guy wants to retire a Detroit Lion. I mean, he said as much. There's a lot in this video to pick apart, and I'm trying to do my best at controlling my own emotion here, trying to do a good job at picking apart the differences, the nuances between psychological factor that's going on here and the body, just what he's doing in his stance, right? And how he's got his arms crossed, right? That's the first indication that he doesn't want to listen to anything that you have to say, right? Whenever you're speaking with someone and they have their arms crossed, that means they're not interested or they're upset, right? I mean, that's just what the psychology tells you. So he's not happy. He's upset. He feels that the Lions are being disingenuous about the whole contract situation. So I would say that Alex Anzalone is officially a hold-in. I don't think that he really has a hamstring injury. And if he does, look, I'm willing to eat my words here, but I'm just basing this off the video, right? I'm basing it off the interview, I should say, and how he answered the questions. I'm sorry, if I was injured, that would be the only thing on my mind. While someone's asking me questions, How is that injury going to inhibit me from playing? How is that injury going to inhibit me from getting onto the practice field? What have I been told by my doctor or the training staff about my injury that is going to either get me on the field or not? What is the timetable? No one even asked him what the timetable was about the hamstring injury. Kind of odd, right? Either the media members are being trained to say certain things and make it look like something it's not. But this was terrible. The questions were terrible. There might have been a couple of good ones in there. The responses were not good, but it's because Anzo can't say a whole lot. And he got to ask Dan and Brad. That's it. Anzo's officially holding. Until further news, that's just what I expect for right now. Anzo's probably not going to play this year. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Damn it, man. Anzo.
Yeah. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2.